Bang, son. We are here. We are here. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. What is going on? How are you guys doing? Bringing the energy today, man. Bringing the energy. Today is a good day. I'm going to tweet this out real quick. All right. All solid. How's everybody doing? What's up, Mike? What's up, Crypto Wolf? Luca, where you been, bro? Where the hell has your ass been? Goodness gracious. JE, what's up? Had to call off work. My fridge got fried last night from a storm. Ugh, sorry to hear that, man. Plan to live stream while I work on it. You're going to fix your fridge yourself like a savage? Street Lover, what's up? How about that crypto boom boom, guys? Who's about it? Oh, yeah, feeling good. I'm pumped, man. My Galaxy Note 9 arrives in like an hour and a half. Vacation. Oh, cool, man. Today's going to be a good day. I'm going to get a good workout in after this, too. Might hit some squats, might hit some deadlifts. I need to work on these puny arms. Work on this fat gut. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So people have been bitching about the fan in the background when I'm in this room. And so I'm stopping the fan. Yeah. No fan. There's nothing to distract you. What's up, Jared? Big guy? You're a big guy too. Hey, how's the wife? Is she still pregnant, or did you guys have the baby yet? I assume since you're here that she's still pregnant. But yeah. So, all right. Who wants to get started? Here's what I got on deck right now. I have, let me write it down, BTC, ETH, LTC, NEO, VeChain, Cardano, Ontology. We'll look at Nano and ICX. We will look at Dash. Yeah. So she's good at 15 days. I don't know why I thought it was like 3 to 4 days because I'm stupid. What's up, Conrad? Twan Verstegen. First live video for me. Well, welcome, man. I hope to see you here more often. So we're gonna get going. And if you guys have questions, I'll check back periodically into the chat, and we'll do the damn thing. Let me turn off Telegram so it doesn't bounce. It doesn't bounce. Bounce. Let's get this. There we are. All right. Let's get the BTC. Nice little follow through, huh, guys? All right. Right now, here's the. This is good shit. Now, let's see how many longs versus shorts there are. On Bitfinex. There's still 4,300 more longs than shorts. That's badass. All right. And I have to imagine 71.75 is going to be a heavily defended level. You'd have to think. So, I'll show you why. This is such a good move. This has been such a good move, man. The only problem with this, guys, we'll get going on it now. Daily RSI is super bullish. It's over 50. And then also, kind of, if you want to draw like this resistance line from like right here, if we can close over this today, be pretty solid. And that would also signify closing over the 50-day moving average. Like this 50-day moving average is a bitch. And then we have this confluence of resistance. We've been over this quite a few times. I'll take the volume off now. This hasn't been a high volume rise, okay? So we're waiting for volume to kick in, and we're going to need it. Because I don't want to see this good little rise turn into something like a rising wedge. Something like that, or a bear flag kind of rising wedge combo. You don't want to see that. Now these alarms, I was hoping to buy pullbacks. There we go. All right. And then this ascending triangle resistance, leaving that in the wake. Let's clean this up so you guys can see everything. All right. So this is like really big resistance that we're over right now. Now yesterday closed as a bullish harami, right? Candle. It's a bullish candle. But the wick closed below the 50-day moving average. And then we've had follow through so far. I think it's been a difference, but like not a difference. It's been a nice mix of shorts getting stopped out, some getting liquidated, and then bullish sentiment shifting as well. And so what are we getting here? Well, I think we're getting a move straight, like I talked about yesterday, to this 0.5 fib. And this 0.5 fib of this zone is going to be a biatch to get over, in my opinion. Don't pay attention to stochastic RSI. It can stay up there for a while. It really can. I mean, we were oversold right here on stochastic RSI, or overbought, excuse me, and then we continued up another freaking $1,200. So, like, let's just take that off for now to give you guys more room. But yeah, I want to see some more explosive growth, and I want to see it with volume. Like, tagging this, like, would this, you could technically say, hey, oh, look at the 0.5 fib. We have an even better ascending triangle. If we get a touch and a bounce, that'll be a third touch on a trend line. I'm not willing to go there yet. So if we get like off of this and turn this into a bear flag, it could sideways filter on low volume straight up to the 200 moving average. Yesterday it was at 78.98. It's at 78.91 right now. This 200 moving average can, if we can close successfully over the 50-day moving average, we're looking straight to the 200-day moving average, and we're looking to like 78.91ish, and it should be like 78.50 to 78.70, like by the time that we get there. But this has been a really bullish movement, guys. We're just like, I told the private group yesterday, I was like, don't get too bullish too quickly, and here's why. Like, this has been amazing, but there's been no volume on Bitcoin so far, and so I want to see the volume. Now, if we get a move over 71.75, the 0.5 fib, that could be where a lot of the stops are parked, liquidations are parked, and we'd have to see some volume at that point. It's just not been there. So, but look, this has been a really good move. We are over kind of this resistance here, even going way back to the inverse head and shoulders from the previous move. Like, we're above that. And then right now, closing above this 50-day moving average today, that would be gigantic, because at that point, we can start looking at like 71.75, and then and when we get over there, like, we're still chopping through hard resistance, and that's why these moves aren't usually very easy. And after that, we're looking straight to this 78.90 zone. So where would I be looking to buy pullbacks? Because right now I'd be looking to buy pullbacks. You could short the 71.75 zone, like we have been talking about for a while. I think you can probably throw some spec shorts there, to be honest with you. And here's where I got that that bear flag looking thing, guys. It wasn't just arbitrary. If you look at the 4-hour chart, it's a little more apparent. of where it could be. Now it only has 2 touches on this trend line, bouncing up off here, maybe at the 618, which magically gives you a little bit of horizontal resistance. It wasn't a lot from over here, wasn't a lot of movement, but there you go. And it's magical how the 0.5 is giving you the same shit, right? Like a little bit of movement over here with a wick, same thing over here. Like it's just, it looks like Bitcoin's chopping levels up is what it looks like. Now this has been an explosive move right here in price action. If you look at the volume, it's been above the volume moving average, the 20 moving average of the volume. That's good, but if you zoom out and you look just at the volume itself, where has most of the volume come from? It's been like mostly bull or bear, right? Like the big volume candles that we've gotten have been like dominantly bear. So, I mean, these over here were some big bull ones, but they still aren't bigger than the big bear ones. So, and even down here, the biggest candle, the biggest 2 volume candles in this range are this one, third one, this one, like these ones right here. So while it's been a consistent above average bull volume, it hasn't been anything crazy. And remember, we're looking at BitMEX, and BitMEX is 40% of the Bitcoin volume across the board. So this is a good proxy for what the rest of the other exchanges are doing in terms of volume. BitMEX is going to do the most, other than over the counter. So it's just important that you guys keep it in perspective and understand that there will be pullbacks, and it's how Bitcoin reacts to those pullbacks. Does it get bought up by the time it gets to the 0.5 and 618 fib on retraces? If it does, good. Now let's go to the daily, because when we start getting bullish, I don't know how the Ichimoku cloud is looking at this moment. Let me take off my moving averages. And we'll delete this fib here. We know the 0.5 fib is at 71.75. Turn on Ichimoku cloud. I think. Hello? All right. So we're coming up to the edge of the daily cloud, and guess where that's at? Oh my gosh, 71.80, 71.90. So there's your confluence, guys, okay? There's 3 kinds of resistance, 4 kinds of resistances here. 3. Because you could say, all right, this yellow line here is the Kijun, and that is your dynamic 50% retracement of the entire move. Well, we know that the 0.5 fib is right there too, and the Kijun's at 71.75. That tells you your fib is drawn correctly. So, like, if I were to draw this fib, if you're new around here, from the top of the move to the bottom of the drop, the 0.5 fib right here is right at the yellow Kijun. Okay? So that's how you know it's a dynamic 50% retracement. Now, we might get a pullback here because we could bounce off of, it's just something to look at. We could bounce off of the cloud edge and the Kijun / 0.5 fib, like this zone right here. And also, you could put like off of this wick right here, because there is a little bit of horizontal resistance. It's more prevalent on the 4-hour. Like there's this zone of daily cloud edge, this little bit of horizontal resistance, 0.5 fib / Kijun, kind of the same thing right now. All right. That wouldn't be a bad spec short area. Where are you wrong? Probably a daily close over 71.75, to be honest with you, or in the daily cloud. But yeah, so it probably wouldn't be a bad area to hit a spec short. And then let's assume that that is where we intermediately or short-term top. Then we would draw a fib from the bottom of the rise to kind of the area where we bounce off of, and we'd be looking to hit. I'm loving that we have this. I hope you guys can see this. I can make this Kijun a little bit easier to see here. This light blue line here. I'm loving that. Okay, so I always teach you guys that the 0.5 fib is, there's a couple things that I like about this, okay? The 0.5 fib is on the retrace, of this is right where that Tenkan is, that ice blue line right there. So there's a confluence of support on that flattened Tenkan because the Tenkan and the Kijun, as Chaos Trader says, are like brother and sister or best friends, or husband and wife. I don't know, boyfriend, girlfriend, you name it. Peanut butter and jelly, lamb and tuna fish. They don't want to be apart for too long, and when they're apart for too long, they want to meet back to each other and high five. Now, what is this move called? It's called a C clamp. Okay, you can draw this, and it kind of looks like a C, right? And what do they do? Well, you normally can get a pullback after a tag on the Kijun on this move, and they can pull each other to the middle. Okay, like they can come back, and all it is when they come back and get close or high five each other, it's just regressing to the mean. Okay. So anytime you have a data set, we're dealing with numbers here. Yes, it is the market, but the market or charts are a quantitative way of looking at human behavior. So we're dealing with the data set here. Anytime you have a data set and you have an outlier of movement or like a standard deviation away from the mean, a regression to the mean is usually in store. Well, when you get this flattened Kijun and this flattened Tenkan, and it works the same in both times when the Tenkan is on top of the Kijun, and it shows you that the bottom one is flattened, and then you have, like right now, it's even better because we have a confluence of resistance at the top of the C clamp. It tells us that a regression to the mean could be in store. So all that means is that if we get a chance to buy this 0.5 fib here at like 65.28, right where this flattened daily Tenkan is, I wouldn't mind buying that. Okay, couple reasons why. Number one, it's flattened. That would represent a nice retrace, 50% retrace of the move. I always tell you guys that the 0.5 fib is the 0.5 fib is kind of like your bull bear line for immediate continuation. Like you can stay bull. If it goes to the 618, then it bounces there, you're looking for a move to the 382, but what happens there determines the rest of the trend. You can't just automatically assume that we're going to be bull. But when you bounce to the 0.5 and you don't look back, you can assume that this is your bull bear line. You're going to continue. So we have this flattened Kijun here, or this Tenkan, and so I'm liking this move. Not only because of that, because it happens to be at that 0.5 fib, which is our bull bear line, but also I'm liking it because that would give us a chance to break off and do some consolidation from this bear flag and then validate this bear flag. That would be huge. And then we could start looking, if we do bounce here, we could take away this bear flag, right? This potential bear flag. And assuming that we bounce off of this area here, we'd have 1, 2, 3, right? And then if we bounce at the 0.5 fib somewhere around here, we're just putting in a larger ascending triangle, which is a bullish pattern at that point, okay? Which is just a more bullish consolidation. So what about that isn't appealing to you guys? I would rather not be put into a higher time frame rising wedge, higher time frame bear flag, something like that. I would rather pull back to the 50% of the move. It tells us that we're still bull. You get a move for a C clamp off of the 0.5 fib. Buy that pullback. Understand that you're still bull. Throw in a larger consolidation pattern and continue to the upside. That would be my ideal move here. Again, this is projecting. It all depends on how we react to this 0.5 fib level. I'll draw for you guys again. Swing high to swing low. This 0.5 fib level right here, this blue. I know it's hard to see, but just bear with me. It's all about how we react to this level and pull back from it. We might shoot right through it, okay? And during bull times, BTC is commonly known for breaking rising wedges to the upside. It's like one of its favorite power moves and faking the market out and continuing up. So nothing would surprise me here, but to me, this is my ideal scenario where we can get a little bit of a pullback to the 0.5 fib / flattened Tenkan of the current move off that C clamp, and then get some more explosive move to the upside. The market has a chance to consolidate. The market has a chance to breathe. BTC goes sideways for a little bit longer. That will give alt time to go boom, boom. And then when the market feels like, yes, the bottom truly is in because we just put in another a higher high or higher low, the market can respond in like with more volume because they feel like the move is safer. Does that make sense? Knowing enough to think you are right, but not knowing enough to know you are wrong. Oh, you're talking about Verge and Tron? Yeah, I'll take a look at Verge and Tron because those are good proxies for if dumb money is entering the market. If you're in Verge and Tron, it doesn't mean you're dumb. It's just those are good proxies for knowing if dumb money is in the market. And I'll add Ripple to that as well. So, does that make sense to you guys? Everybody, there is no need to get all FOMO-y and shit. No, I don't think it's. Gosh, it's hard to say whether you should hold off on alts or not. I just think as a whole, times like right now are they are kind of, it's better, like, just be patient. The market will show us its true move, right? You don't have to capture every move and you don't have to capture every bounce. So I've been a little bit more patient. Like, we've made some money on Ontology. We had a nice little bounce on Waves and stuff like that, but and we're in Cardano and profit, a little bit of profit right now. And I think we've made 10 trades this month. It's been a really low volume in terms of how many trades we're making in the private group, but we've hit on like 8 of them. So it's like, and I'm not too quick to enter trades right now because I understand the resistance that we're coming up against and where we've come from. And I want to see how the market reacts to it, to a pullback first. Because if you guys buy right now, the market's so close to a heavy resistance level. I just showed you the resistance at that kind of higher 7100 area, like the resistance that's right there. If I have you guys buy right now, then I look like an ass when it pulls back. It could shoot right through it, okay? And then we'll start lining up spec shorts on pullbacks, and then we'll close those and line up spec longs after that. But until then, it's like it's never a bad idea to be more patient than everybody else in the market, which is not something that I have a problem doing. So fix your screen. I'm on the look. If I want to read comments, I'm on. I have to be on the YouTube page. I mean, I could pop out this chat, but then I got to make the video smaller. So bear with me when I'm reading comments. I'm looking at the. I have to be on the YouTube screen, so it's gonna look like that on the video itself. So bear with me. All right, so I hope that makes sense with BTC. That's what we're looking at. Everybody just be patient, calm your horses. This is telling me with the daily cloud edge and this kind of C-clamp between the Tenkan and the Kijun, it's quite apparent that we could get a C-clamp pullback, potentially into an ascending triangle. I wouldn't mind breaking down from this zone, making everybody freak out, and then hitting this 0.5. We could even get a wick back to the 618 with a close above the 0.5. I'd have to check Tensor charts to see the order block, if there's any orders down there, and there's been a ton of hidden orders, but I would be more likely to look for longs than shorts on pullbacks, guys, just to let you know. So, not that you ever short a pullback, you short a bounce, but okay, so BTC's taken care of. And then also, look at this daily cloud edge, 78.50. Oh my gosh, well, guess what? The daily 200 moving average is at 78.91 right now. And by the time we got there, it'd probably be closer to 78.50. So I love it when the Ichimoku cloud is lining up with moving averages. And a lot of the Ichimoku cloud is moving averages. I mean, that's what those inputs kind of give you. But when they really line up visually like this, it's easy to trade. So we just got to be patient. We will have our edge soon. We'll have our edge. Look, I'm gonna make like I'm not gonna make mistakes in this market like others are going to. I'm gonna be more patient than others. So there will always be another move to make, but I'm gonna wait for my edge and I'm gonna start snapping necks. So we had our edge on those 2 explosive BTC longs we hit, and we're just waiting for our next edge. Until then, we're gonna keep riding Ontology, and ADA's about to get a move, I believe, and we'll keep making more Bitcoin that way. So hope that makes sense to you guys. You've got your numbers if on Bitcoin, and yeah, there you go. Let's move to Ethereum. Okay, so It's kind of a signal on Heiken Ash to go long. That wasn't like Ethereum yesterday. Wasn't liking Ethereum yesterday, but a nice bullish move will do that to you. I would watch out for this flattened Kijun is calling my name. No volume. What's the BTC dominance? 52.9. So BTC is rising and it's fallen 0.5%. Interesting. Still a bearish pattern. There's not a lot of volume. I just like, some could call it a generational bottom. I'm just gonna jeez, man. What do you even say about this? It's kind of a signal to go long with a stop below 273, 274. Like if you have to trade this, I'd almost be looking more for shorts. That 20 EMA is coming up right on that symmetrical triangle kind of bearish pennant. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad shortable area because you have to think of all this upwards movement we've gotten and it's still not. Hold up. I think my phone is here. I have to sign for. Give me half a second. Woohoo! She's here, baby. Yeah. Oh, I'm so pumped. So pumped. Sorry. I had to sign for that. Oh, man. I'm pumped. This Note 9's about to be on fleek. All right, so I'm back. Sorry about that. The 20 EMA, 20 exponential moving average on the daily, oftentimes gives a lot of resistance in a downtrend. And here's the thing. We've had a lot of move to the upside in alts and Bitcoin and all this, and Ethereum is lagging its fat ass behind, right? And it tells you Ethereum is underperforming pretty much the rest of the market. And I've been looking at Ethereum, and it almost preliminarily seems like alts are kind of decoupling themselves from Ethereum's success. Now, if Ethereum goes to the upside, alts absolutely will go to the upside, but with all these ICO, it's kind of like the market is completely soured on ICOs and ERC20 tokens and shit like that. And it almost seems like the market is starting not to give as much of a shit about Ethereum. Whether that turns out to be true, we will find out in time. It's way too early to say that now. But all these other alts, let's look at VeChain. Look at VeChain's movement. Wow. Look at, I don't know, ICX's movement. Okay, that's more than what Ethereum has done. Look at Nanos. way more than Ethereum has done. Look at what Dash did yesterday. Okay? Look at that big green dildo. And then you got to buy right off that 20 EMA. Okay? What else? I think Neo put in some movement yesterday on the USD chart. That's way more than Ethereum has done so far. Ethereum is still within this. ONT's moving, baby. Oh my God, this is going to be such a good trade for us. If you're in the private group, congratulations, because this is about to be banging. This looks like every other ascending triangle that we've seen in the market. Just let them continue. And then you look back at Ethereum, and you got this, right? And you have a confluence of this 20 EMA with this kind of symmetrical triangle slash bearish pennant-ish. I think you can put a spec short around 30, a little bit above 300, but under 305, and see what happens. Because if you have to line up the numbers, if Bitcoin gets to 71, 75-ish at that 0.5 fib, daily cloud edge, Tenkan edge, a little bit of horizontal resistance. If it gets up there and pulls back, that gives enough room for potentially Ethereum to get near that zone and pull back. Okay, and we could look for a higher low because we only have 2 touches on top and 2 touches on bottom of the symmetrical triangle. So both those trend lines are not legitimate yet. Okay, and so where would your stop be on this? Well, it's tough. I'd say probably a daily close outside of the symmetrical triangle, maybe above the 20 EMA. Okay. So we could put in a bigger pattern there. It could be more of a bear flag looking thing, but better to be safe than sorry because the 50 moving average is above that at 380. So you try not to get wrecked, guys. Try to keep your risk management on fleek, as the kids say. But overall, I need to make that better. Here we go. Overall, I would probably be looking for other coins to trade than Ethereum. What about ETH BTC? It's just getting outperformed by BTC, pretty much. But it does look like it. Oh goodness gracious! It looks like. I mean, I've been telling you guys for a while. It's coming down to this like 0.0365-ish zone. You could put in longs there. I mean, look at this long-term pattern. It's a valid trend line, 3 touches. So just yeah, there's a lot of fib confluence kind of around this 0.0365 and then 0.035 to average down at the macro 886 of this current market cycle. It's the yellow line right here. But look at its 3-day RSI. Okay, it's at under 20. Traditional markets, you're becoming oversold under 30 or at 30 or and under. I like high time frame under 20s in cryptos or around 20 in crypto. It's been more reliable. But typically I want to see a bull div build off of like tag the 20 zone, build a bull div, and then we can start longing it. But this has been so aggressive and so ridiculous that you're gonna get a bounce at least up to this 20 EMA, which could be around like 0.5 by that time. But yeah, this is becoming ridiculous. What does the weekly look like? Weekly's at 30. Oh my gosh. It's lower than it's ever been. Yes, it is. Yeah. And it could tag this 786 and be done with it at like 0.0383. You could even put a little bit of orders there. But I think Ethereum Bitcoin is going to bounce when it gets to kind of this zone. Ethereum USD, you know, it might be safer to trade because you don't have to worry about how it's performing versus Bitcoin, just versus the US dollar. I actually think you could probably long this, to be honest with you. Get yourself 10 to 15 bucks and then turn around and try to short it. But I wouldn't put a ton of capital into it, to be honest with you. Make sense? Holy fuck. No one knows it. It just makes sense. Hold off on alts. I might sprinkle through buys, fix your screen. You need dual monitors. I have a 43-inch 4K monitor I can put like 86 screens onto. I just I don't do this when I'm streaming. I don't use it when I'm streaming because it's less resolution for you guys. Speaking of resolution, I say this every time. Make sure you guys turn the quality to 1080p. I do not use default settings on the cloud. The default settings on the cloud are 9, 26, 52, and 26, I believe. I use 20, 61, 20, 30 on the cloud because it basically doubles the settings and it gives me more sure signals. So what altcoin will shine the brightest from here? Good question. VeChain, they have to have their balances back into their wallet for their nodes. They're turning back node monitoring on September 1st, I believe. So for them to do the token swap, they had to turn off the nodes so everybody could move exchange the funds from, or the VEN tokens, the VET tokens. And so now they're going to be turning that back on. And so the staking is back on, and people want VeThor. So there's pretty nice rewards for staking VET now, and they're turning it back. They're turning back on the node monitoring. So there's going to be an incentive to buy before then. So if you guys remember, for those nodes, before they turned off the node monitoring, VeChain was one of the best performing coins in the market during the bear market, and then they turned it off, and people were like, "Oh, well, I'll just sell now and buy it lower." There was no reason to hold. Well, now the reason to hold is coming back. So yeah, let's look at Litecoin. It's above the daily 20 EMA. Woo! So yesterday in the private group, I said, looking more likely that Litecoin moves to the $62 zone when it was at 57.83, and we are at this $62 zone. Let's go to the 4-hour. Yeah, we are. Yes, we are. Stop below here. Never had a chance of stopping out. That was a really good risk-reward trade. Oh, so what happens here? Isn't that the magic question? I think a close above 62.22 will shoot us to 65.45. But what do the daily moving averages say? Yeah, daily moving averages say that $70, almost $71 if we close above this daily 20 EMA. The 50's next. Now if we .5 is at 70. There you go with the 50 moving average. I love confluence like this. 0.5 fib is a bitch to get away from or get over. You have the 50-day moving average right above that. They're within 49 cents of 49 cents of each other, 39 cents, something like that. Yeah, I wouldn't have a hard time calling Litecoin to $70. That's for sure. If it closes above this daily 20 EMA. Now it needs to get above 62.22 on a daily close, but it isn't looking half bad. Where does Litecoin trade the most volume at? Coinbenny. I actually meant the VP of tech of something like that, Coinbenny, but that's not real volume. Come on now. Binance is the only one I trust here. There we go. Jesus. Who fucking knows? What is this? What is this bullshit? Binance. Looks like wash trading to me. But also, you will get a level of resistance right here, 72. Now, if we go back to Kraken, the thing I'm liking about this, that was a daily bull div telling us an up move could be in the store, and that's what we're getting right now. It's playing itself out. I want to see RSI over 50. It's like this accumulation area right here. That's where Litecoin's bouncing from as well. So let's see what happens. Could be sexy. What's LTC BTC looking like? Shit. Nice bull div though. Can you expect Litecoin to outperform Bitcoin? If it goes to 70 bucks, and it could, but for a minute. But I'd trade Litecoin on the daily chart. I'm just sorry, man. Until Litecoin gets to this macro 886 at 0.00759, 294, so 0.0076, probably wouldn't be willing to go long. Might not get there. Who knows? We'll see. But you either buy key levels or you buy into uncertainty, and I'd rather buy key levels or not buy at all. So let's look at NEO. So what's going on with NEO, guys? Why did we get a big move from NEO? Well, it's important that you check out Reddit from time to time to understand the news that is going around each coin. Try not to get caught up in, why isn't the price going up? Because the people here are stupid. Don't pay attention to that. However, the Neon Exchange, which is a decentralized exchange built on the Neo Net5 framework, token sale starts on September 3rd. So the ICO for the Neon Exchange, which a lot of people are very excited about, got approved in Liechtenstein, I believe, and the token sale starts on September 3rd. So people are going to want to take advantage if they could. If they got whitelisted for this, you can't whitelist anymore for this, I believe. But people are going to want to take advantage of this. They're going to need NEO to participate. Congratulations. We might have gotten the bottom on NEO. So that is why. It also bounced near the 0.93 area of this market cycle from the bottom here to the top. From the bottom to the top. Make sense? We had a monstrous bull div from here to there. It still went down, but there was a divergence between the velocity of the way that price was moving down versus the oscillator. So what do we want to see? It's imperative that we're not throwing up some kind of bearish consolidation pattern or a bear flag. Pretty simple. We want to close above this and climb out of our hole. So like, what was the high here? 0.00317,381. Daily close above. Straight shot to 0.00369. Damn, you'll find. Want to sock it to me one more time, get low. All right. And then we can start looking to bounce to the macro 786. 0.00466. Don't get ahead of yourself there. Look for a close over the daily 20 EMA. And then you really want to see 0.00317,381. Close over that. And that'll tell you that we're probably headed into the daily 50 moving average, which is currently around 0.00378-ish. Okay? Okay. What about NEO USD? All right. I'm digging it. I like it a lot. Why do I like it a lot? I want to see some more movement, and this is what it's showing you. You can get a move up to 26-ish, 2647, up to the daily 50 moving average with no problem here, okay? Because if we draw off of this wick, we are right there. And that's not even as accurate as it could be. Here we go, okay? Just a little bit more. Just a little bit, as 50 Cent says, okay? And then we're looking at the daily 50 moving average, 26 bucks. That's like a 25% move. All right. So there's Neo. Looked at the 50-day moving average. We'll review it day by day, okay? And we'll climb the step ladder. It's like a V chain. Where are you at? Oh, you're at the top. Oh, oh my gosh, so sexy. Ooh, ooh. If it closes today over this wick, 257, and you look what 257 represents, like right here, that's 2 confirmed daily closes. I mean, man, we're probably headed to like 325 if you look at the Venn chart at the macro 618, I believe. And then we can start looking at like the 330 to 340 area, okay? Do I think we'll get there? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Okay, thanks for asking, but I do. V-Chain looks so good. I mean, it's that simple. Would I buy right now? I would buy the 4-hour 20 EMA. Sprinkle bids between that and the 50 moving average, because by the time it catches up, this 50 moving average should still be within this trend line, which I love. Our moving averages are trapped. Like, fuck this. Our moving averages are trapped within our pattern trend line. Okay? Awesome. Then nice. So, sprinkle bids between the 4-hour 20 EMA and the 50 moving average on the 4-hour and a little bit in between. Weight your bids closer to the lower end and try to catch a pullback. I think you'll be all right. We're looking for 325 and like 340-ish. Do you believe? What does R. Kelly say? If you can believe it, you can achieve it. I believe I can fly. Whoo! I'm sorry you guys had to witness that. Cardano, private group, what's up? We moving, baby. All right. Oh, this is so awesome. I fucking love everything. No excuses. You had time to buy it. Yeah, what did we buy? Under 1470. But really, you could have bought it like 1450. Where's the 200 moving average on the 4-hour? I didn't X out of the 200 moving average on the 4-hour, did I? I did. Ooh, very nice. Right under 1700. Probably be closer to like 1650 by the time we get there. What is the daily 20 EMA, which is going to offer us our first bit of resistance, say? That is right near 1550. 1550. Good first profit taking zone. Then we're looking at right under 1700, maybe 1650, 200 moving average on the 4-hour. And then we're looking right about, probably be like 1825-ish, the 50-day moving average. But this should be a winning trade for us. It's looking good for Cardano. What about ontology? Ontology. Oh, she's banging. She bang. She bang. Oh, baby, when she move. So it's coming up to our second resistance zone, which was... Sorry, this is just an easier way for me to look at the trade. 43K sats. Yeah, good profit taking. And then after that, we're going to look to 55K sats right underneath the macro 618, since we will today, if we close above the 786 for the second time, it will be a confirmed close above. we can look to the macro 618 of the entire chart. And not only is the macro 618, but you're getting an area of horizontal resistance up here as well. That'll be your third profit taking zone. If you want to leave a little bit left for long term and stake it to get Ontology gas, you can do that. If you just want to take your profits in Bitcoin and get the hell out and go find something else to put your degenerate time into, you can do that. But either way, we're going to win. So Ontology is looking good. So next bit of resistance is going to be 43K. And then after that is going to be like 55 to 56K sats. Okay? Okay. And then after that, we will we'll game plan maybe a pullback or something. It just depends on what the market's doing, but that's too far down the line. All right, Nano. Oh, na. Buy that 20-day EMA if you can. We came up on this area of resistance was support. Now it's resistance all the way through here, back to the beginning of the chart. What is that site that you can, that you can chart XRB, I believe. Yes! Oh my gosh, I actually have the Nano chart now. For when it was Ryblox. Okay. Okay. Oh man. Oh man. This is wild. Give me some of this. Now we can actually, did it bounce at a 0.93? Oh my gosh. What a blessing. It means I can chart Neo and Ant shares down like this too. All right. Man, it's crazy. Like this horizontal zone right here that I had drawn right there. You can't know it because I had no way to chart it. It was the macro 786. And hasn't respected the macro 886 at all. Ever. Just in the beginning, a little bit right there. It's tough because, like, where do you buy a pullback here? It's more bullish and bearish volume. This looks like it could be a bullish engulfing candle. You know, you could try to buy 50% of this entire move. 0.000343. 0.000 three zeros, 397. 337, I'm sorry. There you go. And then what does the Ichimoku Cloud say? Whoever did this is an amazing person. It's in the Daily Cloud. 337. Yeah. If you can buy it, it should come right up to this Daily Cloud edge if you can catch a pullback there. If not, don't worry about it. We can trade something else. It's on my list though. Not gonna fuck with it right now. You could buy this daily 20 EMA though. I think it'll be above the 0.5 fib, but you should get a nice bounce off of that before you you get a chance to buy the 0.5 fib. So I would quick flip the daily 20 EMA. All right, let's look at Icon. I mean, that's all I would do right now on Nano. It's trap between the 50 and the 20 EMA. This is no longer prevalent. RSI kind of looks like it's in a rising wedge. But that's fine because it just gives us a chance to buy a pullback. Boom, boom. This could go all the way to the top before it meets. Icon released their staking details, guys. I highly recommend that you read it. Here, chat. Let me look at the 4 hour. It's good volume. It's always been good bullish volume on Icon. If you can get it at 0.117, do it. That's where I'd buy it. 0.117. 3 zeros in front of it. 000117. Try to get it there. If not, we got time. We have time. And the longer this takes, the more clear the chart becomes. Don't buy into ambiguity. Buy into more of a certain type of move. Dash, what the fuck? Dash, what is you doing? What are you doing? Macro 886. I had an alarm here for a reason, and then forgot to fucking buy it. Such a dick. Would you stop? What's going off? Quit it. His alarm was going off on my Stop. Okay. Pretty simple. Big ass candles like this buy 50% of the pullback. Bottom to top. I'm buying the drop. Listen to what I'm saying. It is not a crock. 0.0244. 0.0244. Enjoy. All right. Verge. And then Tron. What you doing, Verge? Motherfucker. Yeah, that was definitely a falling wedge. Had my pattern drawn correctly. I would buy this 4 hour 20 EMA. 210, 11 to 12 sats. And see what happens. Stop on a 4 hour close below 200 sats. You could sell some around 235. You could sell some around 260. Right at this macro 886, 266, and this 50-day moving average. That's an easy move right there. So try to buy it in the low 210s. So like 211, 212, 214 if you're a hard ass. Good luck. Stop on a 4 hour close below 200 sats. I want to fuck with it after that. Okay? Take some profits, 260, 265. We ballin', boys. Tron. T Rizzy. Oh my God. You could short this on BitMEX at the daily 50 moving average. Like 415 sats. Not a lot of volume. Have at it. Back down to the Fit 20 EMA where on the daily, wherever that is. There's your trade on Tron. I wouldn't buy it otherwise. All right, Ripple. Excuse me, XRP. It's not Ripple. Oh. I told you guys yesterday to buy this with a stop below the under 4,800 sats. If you did, congratulations. You can still do that, but then your move would be to about 5,600 sats. Other than that, though, I'm cool on doing anything with Ripple right now. Pretty simple charts today, boys and girls. Let's look at XLM. I'm not digging XLM's chart straight up. I think it's going to like freaking 2,600 sats at the macro 618. Look at this long-term trend line. It's got like 3 touches down here, 4, 5, so legitimized. There's a long-term pennant, and it's been like, it just. I told you guys that. Oh, time out. I told you guys yesterday, XLM has yesterday to close back inside this pennant, and it did it. Get out of Dodge, and it's bullish hammer reversing up through it. You could buy that shit right now with a stop below 32.40. It's a really good risk reward. 50 sats. See what happens. If it closes the day back within this, it's a legitimized second day close in a row, and then we can see what happens. Did it do this on a high volume move though? Do I have XLM on Binance? I do. Okay, no. But again, you're losing 50 sats if it triggers your stop, like per coin. Meh. Oh, it looks good. I said, nah. Uh-oh, ZRX. Woo, baby. Is that 3 white soldiers? Look. Long-term falling wedge. This is how it's supposed to be drawn. Close yesterday outside. This would be the second point right here you have to draw it to. Close outside. If it closes outside today, it's a buy signal. It was on this long-term trend line that it bounced off of. I just fucking buy it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Stop below 100,000 sats. Oh, no, that's a 20% loss. That's a problem. Fuck. Stop on a daily close below 11,400 sats. 2.5% loss. 3% loss. So below the lows of this candle. See what happens. This is a ridiculous set of price action right here. And what does that look like? A W bottom. Potentially. If it wants to round its way up this trend line, it could be an Adam and Eve. But this is ridiculous looking. That is a ridiculous set of price action. Good for you, ZRX. All right. Guys, somebody disliked this video. That's fine, because I still love you. But if you like this video, please make sure that you like it for me if you've enjoyed your time with me this morning. It's an exciting day in crypto land. Okay, it helps me out immensely. Make sure you guys subscribe. Now, the private group, we still got a few slots left for September. If you guys want to look into joining, go to www.noahsarkofcrypto.com. Yeah, up there. Take a little bit longer there. Go to premium group, because cryptocurrency doesn't have to be scary, doesn't have to be confusing, doesn't have to be complicated. You can let this sexy looking dude right here walk you through it. Premium group. Register, takes you to a form, you sign your life away, put everything in there, multi-month memberships, single month memberships. Invites will go out September 1st. Otherwise, if you're new around here, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Instagram. There's email if you got any questions. Ooh, let's review the comment. Oh, no. Whoops. Yeah. And join my free Telegram channel. All right. ERC721. What is ERC721, Dominique? Confused by tokens? Don't be. Here's a handy dandy guide. Oh, it's Ethereum based collectibles. I think those will be big in gaming. So that's like CryptoKitties, right? Yeah. I think they have a future. That type of non-fungible token doesn't have to be ERC 721. It can be another program's or another platform's version. But I definitely think gaming is going to be and non-fungible collectibles are going to be big in the future. They can't not be. So yeah, make sure you guys smash that like button. I'm here every morning at like 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. ish. Today I was like 5-10 minutes late. So I like to take my wife to work, spend a little time with her in the morning, and traffic was a little more backed up. So sorry I was late. But yeah, every morning, guys, be ready to go. You can put me on notifications, but I go live at like 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so keep sticking with me. I love you guys. If you have any questions, hit me up in the Telegram. You can email me, hit me up on Twitter. Be more than happy to answer them for you. And be patient. Be patient. All right. One love.